Welcome to the Numerology and Astrology for May 23rd, 2021. My name is Suzanne Wagner and I do a daily numerology and astrology blog. And this one is for May 23rd, 2021. If you add all those numbers together, you get the number 15. And if you add the 1 and the 5 together, you get the number 6. The number 6 initiates that process of going inward again. All life is constantly expanding and contracting. We look towards the external world and looking within to have the deeper internal self. It is time to dive deeply and have those places of self-discovery become the priority. I love this number. The external world seems off in the distance, and the process of respecting and honoring myself, my needs, my quiet, my core become the focus. Some days we need to take some time. And if you consistently take that time, then we do not burn out at a later moment. Burnout comes from not permitting ourselves to stop and let our minds process what has been happening. It does not take a lot of time to do that, but it does take consistency and personal self-discipline. I think this number is about self-respect. If we do not love and respect ourselves enough, we end up running like hamsters on a wheel. Such constant stress will make others think that we are not fully present with them. If we are present and solid within, we will also be able to come across as more grounded and able to be present with others. The astrology today. Saturn turns retrograde today in Aquarius and will be there until early October. We are all on Saturn's path, but this path is inward, not outward. And it is the process of being under construction during this retrograde. Such things take time. Learning, building, clearing those clogged pathways to our inner and highest self is a deeply personal journey and one that takes its own sweet time. But it is a journey worth the effort. Many things are going to take extra energy. Saturn is a heavy planet. It reminds us that in this world, you should be required to get your hands dirty. Change is something of a grind. Resisting the lessons of Saturn will look like avoidance and procrastination. Not a good idea because each person will be required to put their back into it. Delays will only make things more difficult later. I have learned that, especially with Saturn, it is a good idea to surrender, stop childish patterns of resistance, and do what is being asked of us. Life becomes more straightforward when we respect the lessons arising and embrace them rather than go into constriction and fear. Minor problems may also want to make you crazy, but don't let them. It's time to reassess our commitments in life and what gives our life more significant meaning. The moon starts in Libra, asking us to balance those things that need our attention. But this evening, as we dive into the deeper places of sleep, the moon will go into Scorpio. It is time to investigate, explore, and discover what has been hidden in those deep and dark corners of your subconscious. My quote for today. I'm so tired of those that take too much. They are so afraid that to money they clutch. But inside they are deeply unsure. A part of them never became mature. They play non-stop the game of mine, and they worship at the money shrine. And my blog for today. I am grateful that I started seeking truths when I was about 16 years old, and at that time I was so stuck on so many levels that it took a crowbar and some amazingly great teachers, gurus, and facilitators to break down my ego to a more manageable place. Humanity wastes so much time upholding, reinforcing dysfunctional egos. If we do that internally, then I guarantee we will project that out and support others in the external world who also want our energy to empower their own egos. The way to stop dysfunctional patterns of behavior is to stop doing certain external things that keep reinforcing the avoidance patterns that hold them in place. Such things sound like, in my head, I'm too busy. I don't have time. I can't. You don't understand. I have to do this. Notice that absolutes obligate us to patterns of behavior that are not necessarily in our best interest. Those absolutes are often genetically inherited, but also culturally inherited. In Europe, everyone gets 6 weeks paid vacation and they get 13 months pay out of the year. They get half a month of pay at their vacation and a half a month salary for Christmas. And they get great retirement, a livable wage, and have a minimum wage of $15 an hour. They also have affordable medical insurance and hospital stays that do not put people in the poorhouse or bankrupt them. Why do we not demand the same? Because culturally, we have allowed the rich to dictate our worth for way too long. Many things are coming to a head, and they need to. And in the long run, they will serve those that deserve it the most, rather than those that have the most. Thanks, everyone.